This is the Rewrite Intelligence Briefing. Today, 10 stories shaping artificial intelligence and how they connect. Artificial intelligence companies have built the models. Now they face a different challenge, making them work inside companies. Microsoft is launching Frontier Company with 2.5 billion and approximately 6,000 engineers and technical consultants. Major AI makers are investing $8 billion collectively to close the gap between development and deployment. The bottleneck is not innovation, but integration into systems never designed for AI. The real test of AI's value lies not in the lab, but in the boardroom. Microsoft has announced a major workforce reduction affecting 4,800 employees globally. The cuts represent 2.1% of the company's total workforce and target underperforming hardware and gaming segments. The Xbox division faces particularly steep reductions as Microsoft reallocates resources toward artificial intelligence development. The restructuring signals a fundamental shift in Microsoft's business priorities away from traditional gaming hardware. The question now is whether this strategic pivot will strengthen Microsoft's position in the competitive AI landscape. Microsoft has cut nearly 5,000 jobs, marking the latest wave of layoffs at the tech giant. The company eliminated approximately 4,800 roles, or 2.1% of its global workforce, primarily from Xbox and commercial sales. The cuts are part of a broader series of layoffs stoking fears about artificial intelligence replacing human workers. No ruling applies. This is a corporate announcement amid industry-wide workforce concerns. The question now is whether other major tech companies will follow suit as AI capabilities expand. Microsoft is putting serious money behind a persistent problem: getting artificial intelligence to actually work inside large organizations. The tech giant announced a $2.5 billion investment focused on enterprise AI solutions and deployment infrastructure. The funding addresses real challenges companies face when trying to scale AI systems across their operations. The move signals that practical AI adoption remains a major hurdle despite years of technological advancement. The question now is whether dedicated infrastructure investment can finally bridge the gap between AI research and enterprise reality. Microsoft is making a major bet on enterprise artificial intelligence. The tech giant is committing $2.5 billion and assembling 6,000 experts to help companies deploy AI. The initiative will provide training, infrastructure, and consulting services to organizations integrating AI into their operations. This represents Microsoft's strategic push to position itself as the central partner in corporate AI adoption. The real test will be whether enterprises can translate this support into measurable business outcomes. A South Korean memory chip manufacturer is making its American market debut with backing from an AI-focused hedge fund. Situational Awareness, run by a former OpenAI researcher, is joining UK investor Bailey Gifford in supporting SK Hynix's US IPO. The dual investment represents confidence from both specialized and institutional firms in the company's expansion plans. The move signals growing interest in memory chip makers entering the American market. SK Hynix's US listing could reshape how global chip makers compete for American investors and market share. Anthropic's Claude AI model is now accessible through Microsoft's AI Foundry platform. The integration runs on NVIDIA's GPU infrastructure to serve enterprise customers. This move extends Claude beyond Anthropic's direct channels into Microsoft's broader ecosystem. The partnership positions Claude as a key option for enterprises building AI applications on Microsoft's platform. The question now is how this expanded availability will influence enterprise AI strategy decisions. The cybersecurity industry faces a paradox. Threats are multiplying while skilled professionals remain scarce. Artificial intelligence, geopolitical tensions, and ransomware operations are driving unprecedented demand for security talent. Accessibility-focused AI technology presents an untapped opportunity to expand the candidate pool and make the field more inclusive. The industry has historically relied on training programs, but a new approach could unlock talent previously overlooked. The question now is whether organizations will embrace accessibility as a strategic advantage in closing the skills gap. A small Japanese startup is reshaping the competitive landscape in autonomous driving. Turing Inc. has brought AMD Ventures on as a backer and switched its AI software to run on AMD processors. NVIDIA currently powers almost every self-driving car project globally. This marks a significant shift as AMD attempts to capture market share in a sector NVIDIA has long dominated. The question now is whether this move signals a broader challenge to NVIDIA's grip on autonomous vehicle technology. SK Hynix is making its move into American capital markets this week. The South Korean chipmaker is launching American depository receipts backed by 3 major technology sector investors. Among the cornerstone backers is a hedge fund led by a former OpenAI researcher. The listing marks a significant expansion of SK Hynix's access to US investors. The question now is how this capital infusion will shape the chipmaker's competitive standing in America. That's today's briefing. Explore every story and how they connect on the neural web at rewrite.io. This was Rewrite.